Hi. So a bit of a break from the norm, as far as my videos are concerned, at least anyhow. So this isn't a first impressions or a unboxing. It's more of a discussion or test, if you will. These are all UK legal slip joints. So obviously in the UK we are unable to carry a knife which locks without good reason. So for your day-to-day carry you are limited to things like the Spyderco Pingo, the Boker XS, Swiss Army knives and the UK PK there. So often discussion on UK based forums is, in the absence of being allowed to have a locking blade, how suitable, safe to use, etc. are these slip joints. And it's all very subjective, and there's no real sort of empirical test of it, but it all comes down to how strong is a back spring. That's our locking mechanism, that's what we've got to work with, and that seems to be a constant point or a point of reference. Now from my point of view, I'm not sure if that's entirely relevant, because the sort of placing of a choil such on this Boker XS really removes the importance of the slip joint, if you will, because the blade isn't going to close on your hand because your finger's in the way. In the same way, a well-designed friction folder can be a secure knife if you use it carefully. Another point is that not only is it about where the choil is, but where does your finger come to rest? UK PK is a very well-regarded knife, but in my personal experience, because my thumb naturally rides on this ramp, when I'm sort of engaging sort of some relatively heavy cutting, ideally one would use a locking blade, but if I'm engaged in some relatively heavy cutting, for example slicing up some cardboard boxes, my thumb starts to ride up here, and actually when you get sort of thoroughly engrossed in your activity, you can break that lock just by where you place your hand, which makes me feel that actually the Pingo here on occasions provides a secure grip, because your thumb doesn't ride up here in the same way. In fact, your thumb sort of naturally rides back there, and whilst your finger isn't in the choil, it's just where you place your hand. But to be honest, I'm digressing. What I'd like to propose, as it's a constant point of discussion, it is a way of comparing blades like for like. So what I'm proposing is a slip joint challenge. For it, you'll need some post-it notes, a compass, and a ruler of some sort. And whilst you can probably come up with more elegant ways of doing this is what I had to hand. So what I'm going to suggest is you take a post-it note, you place it on your blade, like so. Hopefully that will stay there. You set your compass for 3 centimeters, which seems to suit most knives, and then you mark on that piece of post-it note 3 centimeters from the pivot. Again, this isn't fully scientific, somewhere like that, a point, and you get the competing blade, and you do the same. So again, the compass is set at 3 centimeters, so somewhere like that. And then I'd recommend a pair of gloves, because what I'm going to try to do is make, well, what I will do is make one of the blades fail. So head to head, at the intersecting points, if you can get it there, which is going to fail. Oh, almost knocked my camera over, but in that instance the Pingo went. So from that test suggests on this particular sample that the back spring is stronger in the Victorinox Farmer there. And what I'll do, I'll post up a series of videos out of this small selection of UK legal knives, and I'll come to a conclusion out of these samples which provides the stronger back spring. Now, as I said, the caveat is I don't think that's hugely important. I think the most important thing is good design. But it is a talking point, and I don't think people have really tested it before. It's all been very subjective. I'd like to make it a little bit more objective. By all means, watch my videos. I'd like you to join in, or if you can think of a more elegant way or accurate way of testing it, please let me know, and maybe we can go in that direction as well. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.